Hey guys, we are traveling, so today's going to be a little bit of a wonky one. Guys, welcome to another episode. So glad you could make it today. We are traveling, so we're out here in nature at a wonderful coffee shop. So who knows, I might get interrupted with some coffee being brought to me. So that's perfectly fine. We are going to just go through a quick recap of what we've been talking about, what we've been going through to catch everybody up and kind of make sure, like, if you have missed some previous videos, we'll be able to catch you up with just this one video. So, of course, we're going through the book of Genesis, so we're going through, we went through Adam and Eve, the creation of the world, Adam and Eve, their fall into sin, and that brought sin into the world. And fast forward to the time of Noah. Noah had 3 sons and a wife, and they had their wives. And God told Noah to build an ark because he was going to put a massive flood on the entire world to basically start over with humankind because everything was going to absolute pot. A lot of people have talked about how there was like almost like angels and stuff mixing with human beings, and it was creating these massive giants, and there was just a lot of wickedness going on, and everything was going crazy. So God sent a flood and saved Noah and his family. Now something happened after Noah and his family. Noah and his family ended up getting back onto dry land. Everything was good, but he had 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And Noah ended up getting drunk and was in a drunken stupor, naked, and one of his sons saw him, Ham. And Ham came out and told his brothers. And the brothers went backwards and covered up Noah. Now Noah was so angry that he put a curse on Ham and his lineage, and said basically Ham's sons, Canaan and the rest of his lineage, are going to be servants to Shem and Japheth. And if you look at what we've been talking about recently with Abraham and his lineage have now been promised the land of Canaan. God has spoken to him about that. And so that goes back to when Noah had talked about Ham, his son's lineage is going to be servants to Shem and Japheth, and that happens with Abraham and his sons and the rest of his nations. Now we haven't gotten to the part where Abraham has a son. We also just talked about Lot and the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, and how all that takes place. And Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed by sulfur and fire. And we talked about how scientists have actually found through research the sulfur balls and the destruction of the city. And Lot's wife turns to a pillar of salt. And in the last video, we just talked about how Lot's daughters ended up having sex with him. They got him drunk, had sex with him, conceived, and bore 2 children. And those children are going to be the Moabites and Ammonites. Yes, mine. Thank you.
You're welcome. There's straws inside.
Okay, thank you. And so that is what we've been talking about. This is just a quick recap. Got some coffee, guys. This has been probably a really hectic one. So let me go through this one more time. We've got Adam and Eve, and then jump forward to Noah and the ark, then jump forward to Abraham and the promise of his lineage because of the curse that was put on Ham and his lineage. So we've got Abraham, who's part of Shem's lineage. And now we have Lot, who is nephew of Abraham. And now his lineage are the Moabite and Ammonites. And we're going to see what happens in the future with all of those. Ham's lineage, Lot's lineage, Abraham's lineage, and what happens from all of that. And God had made a covenant with Abraham saying that he was going to give him a son, and he was going to have nations from his son, nations from him. And so we're going to see in the next coming chapters how that all comes about with their new upcoming son, Isaac. And you're going to see Israel and God's promise just spread and come to life and come true and become a reality to Abraham and Sarah. All right, guys, I know this one has been a real short one. Hopefully you could even hear me. Good gracious. But yeah, the next coming days I am going to be traveling, so bear with me as we try to continue to do these videos. But hopefully this helped and caught you up a little bit on what's been going on. And if you still don't know what I'm talking about, just read the Bible. Read the beginning of Genesis. I think tomorrow we're going to be covering Genesis 20. So we're all the way up to Genesis 20 out of 50 chapters in Genesis. All right, love you guys, and thank you so much for hanging with me.